The following video demonstrates ClearOne's BMA 360 camera tracking solution. Hello, I'm Christopher Weiss, Technical Trainer at ClearOne's Salt Lake City headquarters. I'm here today to share with you ClearOne's camera tracking solution. Following a brief demonstration and discussion, I'll share with you the ClearOne Crestron BMA 360 camera tracking module GUI, which allows for easy configuration and on-the-fly adjustments. First, it's important to understand how you're hearing me through a BMA 360 beamforming ceiling microphone array, here located just in the center of this room. As I walk around the room and talk, the beam pointing at me will capture and transmit my audio. That information, which beam is currently active, will be collected by our Converge Pro 2 DSP by the beam report. The DSP then delivers that information to a third-party control device, in our case, a Crestron Pro 3. The Crestron controller parses the beam report by the logic contained in the camera tracking module and recalls presets on a controllable camera. As I stand here in this location and in this proximity to the BMA 360, I am captured and transmitted by the beam pointing at me. There is a camera preset, of course, associated with this beam. Brent has joined me. He will be speaking from a different location and therein a different beam, and that beam will thus trigger a new camera preset. Brent, how are you?
Doing well, thanks. And as Chris mentioned, as I begin speaking, of course I'm in a different beam location, and therefore I'm triggering a different preset on the camera.
Yeah, very good. And finally, I've stepped over to a third position in the room, triggering a new beam and thus a new camera preset. The ClearOne Crestron BMA 360 camera tracking module GUI allows a user to easily and quickly correlate and modify camera presets with audio beams. Thus far, a single module exists, supporting both the Crestron Pro 3 and Pro 4 series controllers. Modules for other devices are currently being developed. There are three main pages: camera control, active beam report, and presets assigned. On the camera control page, camera tracking is simply disabled or enabled. Disable camera tracking to create initial settings and make needed changes. For example, if a preset needs to be zoomed or panned or tilted, I can recall that preset, make those changes through the GUI, and save it. The changes take effect immediately. For example, let's look at preset 5. I'll select camera 1, preset 5, and recall. We'll see an image that perhaps we would like to change. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and tilt down slightly. When I'm happy with that change, I'll push save and I'm done. The buffer delay controls the delay desired before a change in active beam will initiate a new camera preset. The range is 1 to 5 seconds. The active beam report page shows in real time which audio beam is active and which preset is being called in conjunction with that beam. This page can be utilized to verify that active beams are correctly associated with the expected camera preset, a feature especially useful for troubleshooting. As the name suggests, the presets assigned page is where the BMA 360's active beams are assigned with camera presets. Note the beams can either be assigned their own unique preset, or they can be assigned to the same preset as one or more beams. In this way, the camera presets can be assigned to capture smaller or larger areas of the room, depending on the need. A no beam option can be employed so that if there is a pause in the conversation, a home camera preset can be called. For example, a zoomed out view of the room. This mode must also be set in Console AI. I'll stop speaking for a moment and we'll see the camera move to this no beam home position. Camera tracking, scope, and architecture. The ClearOne Crestron BMA 360 camera tracking module is dedicated to a single BMA 360 but can control 2 cameras. Additional instances of the module can be implemented per BMA 360 so that the beamformer can control additional cameras. The module also provides the logic necessary for an HDMI switcher to select which video to display. For example, a classroom with 2 cameras and one BMA 360. One camera could face the front of the room and follow the teacher, using the beams covering that part of the room. The remaining beams, covering the student section of the room, could recall presets from the second camera at the head of the room. Camera tracking can be preferable to auto-framing, especially in large spaces when the camera or cameras are not so close to the people in the room. A single Converge Pro DSP can support up to 3 BMA 360s, each of which can incorporate camera tracking. Conclusion. Camera tracking using the information our BMA 360 can provide is a great feature of a product already loaded with powerful features. And it is made very easy using our ClearOne Crestron BMA 360 camera tracking module. Thanks for watching.